I just received this set of wrenches. They're the Tekton long flex ratcheting box end wrenches, and it's a 6-piece. They go from 8 to 19 millimeters, and it does come with a holder. Now I did order these direct from Tekton. When you do that, you get a 10% reward of that purchase on to your next purchase, which I like. As I understand it, the credit, the reward credit will stay on, but you do have to use it within 2 years. Still a hell of a deal. This is the Tekton item number WRN77164, and they were $135. You have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No skip. Now this does come with a holder, so if you want to put these in your toolbox, keep them like this, works out pretty good. Now since these are extra long, they allow you to reach into areas that are narrow and further away than what a standard length wrench would get you, and the extra length will also give you that increased leverage. So if you've got a stubborn fastener, that gives you some better leverage on it. Now these are 6-point, and if you notice how it's cut out at each corner, okay, so that's what Snap-on used to call flank drive. And anyways, what this allows is that the box end will grip the flat side of the fastener and not the corner where it's more apt to damage it, so it gets it into the flats. You can see how that's cut away. And I do have Snap-on sockets and such that have the flank drive. It does work good. Now these heads do go 180 degrees. And if you notice, they actually go past vertical both ways. Vertical being the beam here. And it looks like if they do loosen up, they all have a nice friction tension on them. Okay, they stay put, but it looks like you can also, if they become loose, adjust them, give them a little bit more torque on that bolt to reestablish friction if they should loosen up. Now these are a 72 tooth design, which means they will give you a 5-degree arc swing. So what that is you just basically take 360 degrees, which is in a circle, divide that by the number of teeth, 72, that gives you 5. Now one thing you're going to see missing is a reverse lever. And actually I like that, because that gives these a nice slim profile. Okay, nothing to extend up. And so I'm always used to, anyways, double checking the direction, especially if you're using an air wrench. You don't want to have that thing set to tighten when you wanted to loosen it. So for something like this, I would just check it, grab that. Oh, it's loosening, it's going the wrong way. So you just flip it. Okay, good, it's tightening. So I like that. I'm glad that it keeps a very slim profile. That doesn't bother me at all. Now, as per Tekton's website, it does say that the geared teeth are cut. They are not press formed. So by cutting them, it gives you a more precise teeth, and those teeth will then fully engage with the pawl which will also help prevent slippage under high stress. Now, as to the country of origin, Tekton's website says that they are made in Taiwan and the holder is made in the United States of America. Alright, taking a close-up look at the wrench. On one side you have engraved Tekton with the size 8 millimeters and 10, and if you just flip it like this, it will now give you the size again, 8 and 10, then also the model number of that particular wrench. So next we're going to take a look at the profile of the beams on these. This is your 17 and 19. This is your 8 and 10. So this would be your thicker one. This would be your thinner one. Okay, so an example of having the right tool, when I did my serpentine belt on my CRV, the standard length 14 millimeter socket wasn't long enough, and I wasn't able to use it, so I had to make up the special tool, which I did a video on my YouTube channel. But with these Tektons and this 14 millimeter flex, I'm able to use that. That's long enough to give me the leverage that I need, plus the fact that it also pivots, allows me to get it out of the way and pull back the belt tensioner. So as you can see, I'm able to get that 14 millimeter on the belt tensioner pulley, and I'm not gonna, since I'm holding the camera, I don't want the belt to come off. I'd have to hold the belt to make sure, but I've got the leverage here to be able to pull this back, take the belt off, and replace it with this longer tool.